Hello, hello.
Hello.
We're back.
There's a whole lot that's happened in the last 2 weeks. I can't say that we're stuck. Actually, we have been in a rut, but of a different kind. So, I was so excited about and ready for the water to get going in the bathroom so we could move into the apartment.
That's right.
I'd been pushing forward, waiting for it. Couldn't happen fast enough. And we challenged each other to the amount of time it would take to finish up what we had to do and whatever. And so last weekend, I finished all the tiling. Steve finished all the water. It was time to put the fixtures on and turn the water on. And this is what happened.
Okay, time to put the tub filler arm on. Now I have too much Teflon tape. I don't want to engage the threads. The bathtub faucet fittings in the wall were just a little too far in for the nipple to reach it.
3/4 of an inch, to be exact. Steve had placed the plumbing in the wall 3/4 of an inch too far in the tiled wall that I had tiled. And the only way to reach it would be to tear out the tiled wall. So I acted like a 2-year-old. It was awful.
And I read the instructions.
After he's put them in.
Well, I read them before, but I misinterpreted part of it, I guess. Anyway, it said something about if insufficient thread length, contact us. So after a series of emails back and forth with obviously someone in China, we have
and negotiated pricing on, we'll make you a new threaded piece for that for $1 million, but
no, not a million.
But we'll charge you $55.
Anyway, I think a couple of days from now, the longer fittings will be here.
No. So they said 10 to 15 days shipping or whatever, I don't know, for them to make the new part that would be needed to put the faucets on. And then Steve's shop app says that it'll be here Tuesday.
No, FedEx says it'll be here Tuesday.
Oh, FedEx, even better. So I guess they are going to come in and maybe it'll be okay, but I'm never counting my chickens again, so we'll just see. But it was quite devastating. And I'm not happy about how I responded to it. And what you can hear in the background is a fire. We're burning up some, can you see it?
I can't tell.
It's okay.
I think so.
Anyhow, we're burning up some brush that I had cleared doing trails or whatever. So anyway.
We had some rain a couple days ago, so it was a good time to run.
Right, it's really wet. So anyway, so there was that problem that felt like it was just devastating because I was not tearing out any walls. I was not tearing out any walls. That tile was a booger. It was awful, and I was determined. Anyway.
But we do have hot filtered water to wash our hands with in a sink.
And we have and we have a shower that's complete, so yay. But and we'll go tour that in just a second. I've ordered the granite and it's just remnants, but anyway, it's not in yet, but it should be this week. There's the shower. We don't have the glass walls on the shower yet because we don't want to be carrying granite around a shower glass wall. We know how we are. That wouldn't work. The infamous bathtub that doesn't have the filler spout because of the plumbing issue. The potty will be on the other side of that. So, just waiting on a few pieces. But then, yesterday, Friday was Steve's Friday off, so our next goal is hurry, let's get all the sheetrock up so we can have a bedroom and move into the apartment. And we sheetrocked a really hard closet. It's got a ladder to the access to the roof and all that to have to work out and all that. We did all that on Friday. Yesterday, oh boy, we're going to finish the bedroom. And we got up there in the morning to put the first piece of sheetrock on. We had done half of the cathedral ceiling. We had our vaulted. We had the other half left to do. And the sheetrock wouldn't fit any of the studs. It wouldn't sit on the studs at the same place. Like something was wrong. Something was wrong with the studs. So after, I don't even know how many hours, and measuring and trying to figure it out, and even
so we thought if we moved it down and started in another place, it would line up better, and then we could adjust or whatever. But it didn't. The joists were still off a little bit,
an inch and a half.
and,
So the first
one side it was right, and the other side it was wrong. So we started doing some close measuring, and measure. And
measuring
we thought
10 feet up, 14 feet up.
Bowed in the middle or something. So we decided to build some spacers to go between them to get the spacing
Exactly right.
the same all the way down, and started putting those in. And after about the sixth one wouldn't fit. It was off by an inch and a half.
So I
Did some more measuring at the bottom of the joist at the wall, and found out that one place, the next joist over got placed an inch and a half too close to the previous one, and then every one after that was off by that inch and a half. And there's where our problem was.
3/4 of the room, the joists were wrong and the joists need to be removed. They're held on with a Simpson tie that has a total of 8 nails, not screws. But 4 of those nails held it to the joist, was the joist part of that. So
4 to the top plate.
Right.
So we had to take the top plate nails out so we could slide them over on the top.
I don't know how to do the math. I don't know. Probably 40 nails that pried and were hard to take off. And then because we had tied all the joists together, and I'll show pictures, you'll get it. The whole ceiling framing had to move at the same time with a sledgehammer, 14 feet above the ground, 10 to 14.
10 feet. We were hitting on them at
10 feet. So anyway,
anyway,
by the end
it
of the
worked. We got it moved.
evening, stop being so positive. It was horrific.
It was,
Okay.
but we got it moved.
Anyway, so here's what I've done. There's a place called Conscious Ink where you can get temporary tattoos to help you manifest whatever it is you're needing to work on. Since Ben died, I haven't liked the journey, find joy in the journey, because sometimes the journey just is awful. And sometimes there's no joy to be found. And so seeing stuff like that can make the person who's struggling feel bad. Like it's not okay, but it is okay. But I found something about the journey that's okay. Trust the journey. And I do trust the journey. Here's what I know. Sheetrock workers, the people who hang and finish drywall, should make the most money of any profession there is. Next to ditch diggers. It's crazy that these people don't make a lot of money. And then getting all of our estimates for the subcontractors to work in the house, the sheetrocking is the most reasonable. It just blows my mind because it is so hard to do. And doing it yourself may not always be wise because of these little things. This one little thing that you do out of ignorance causes this huge problem later. So that's what we've learned. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
It's terrible.
And the framers, they have to do their job just right, so the drywall people can do their
theirs
job
just right.
easier.
Right.
For sure. It would be an extreme nightmare if that wasn't done right.
A lot of it's been an extreme nightmare, but we are learning. We are learning, don't you think?
Oh, yes. We're learning
How to
we did
get
this wrong,
along,
we did that wrong.
how to handle 2-year-old fits that come out of a 60-something-year-old woman. Anyway, the good thing down the road is that we are going to plant Christmas trees and lavender. So that's pretty optimistic for 60-something to retire and have a Christmas tree farm when you got to wait for them to grow. I think we'll be okay. So we'll plan for that to happen pretty quick while hopefully subcontractors are working on the house part. We did this apartment because we felt like we had a little room upstairs in the shop and we could do it ourselves and not have to pay any money, just like do it with cash as we went, whatever. And we have been able to do that part, but oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Oh my goodness is right.
Sure.
It has been so hard. Anyway, so today we will hopefully, hanged 2 pieces of sheetrock last night before the tech game was going to start, and we were starving to death, and we headed back over to the mobile home base to watch the game and get some rest. But today we will try to finish the sheetrock in the apartment so that we can, hanging the drywall so that I can get busy with the mudding and stuff and we can move in. It's not going to be before Christmas, and it wasn't before Thanksgiving or Halloween, but it'll be when it is. And yay. So when I take breaks, I get in the excavator and make a trail, and we've decided we want enough trails where we can take long walks, like, walk a mile, and we turn on our walk meter on the phone or whatever. So we're naming the trails after the kids. That's how we're going to start. So you know how the sign Take Two has the road signs different places. So if a trail heads toward Maddie, it's the Maddie Trail. Mm-hmm. Or we have a Mary Trail, and that's the trail we got married. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I work on those trails to it makes me calm. It calms me down. It's fun to do, and I can take an hour.
And we're not going to build a new trail every time a kid moves to another place.
Yeah, we are. Sure we are.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Maybe, they may end up with multiple trails.
Well, what do you mean? We already have multiple trails.
That have their name on them.
Oh. Well, we could start adding grandkids.
Yeah.
Really? It'll be the old Maddie Trail. I don't know.
Or dogs.
There you go. Whatever. Anyway, you are up to date. Hopefully we will get someplace where we can show progress. There has been progress this time. So this is the downstairs kitchen.
Yes, and we cleaned the plastic packaging stuff off of the windows finally.
That took a whole day.
It was a nightmare, but hey, we can see outside now.
And it's really pretty. We love it. So it kind of opened it up. Yes, we will eventually need to do sheetrock down here. That's next. But then we had a cat trying to tear he was getting in, and we don't want him in this area. So we did sheetrock around the door to keep him out. Here's the ceiling that was done. And here's the 2 pieces that we successfully got put up. I think I've already shown a video of how the joists had to all be moved, but they are moved. Steve, you want to get a light in there? This is the closet we did on Friday, and it will be lined in cedar. We had all the cedar. It smells so good. For a cedar closet in Lubbock when we built our house that Ben and I did, and we never got it put up. So it is very fragrant and wonderful, and that will line this closet. That will be just kind of like an attic space. We have one little piece of sheetrock right there that I'll do in my spare time. I don't need Steve to help me lift. Anyhow, the ladder goes up, to the access space to work on solar panels. Hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.